Hi Pisces, this is your chakra check-in for the first part of April 2022. I am going to start with what came through first, which is usually kind of like what we're going to be thinking about most. And what came through first for you was a chakra that I don't normally read for, which is called your soul star chakra. Okay, so I'm just going to place these three most important things where I see them. And then we'll talk about these three things before we do the others. So, your soul star chakra, I want to actually, let me talk about these three chakras: your third eye chakra, your crown chakra, and your soul star chakra. So, when people say that they're, like psychic or clairvoyant or gifted or whatever, a lot of times this information is coming from some different sources. People usually attribute it to the third eye. But I see these two actually kind of moving around a little bit, and sort of working together, which is okay. So, your third eye, if you can imagine this as sort of like the collective mind, for lack of a better word, right? So, if you could be in the subconscious or in the conscious brain of everybody, right? And you could collect information that way. Hi, Pisces. This is your chakra check in for the first part of April 2022. I'm going to start with what comes through first, and that's usually what we, would want to focus on the most. And that was actually your soul star chakra. I'm seeing some movement also in your third eye chakra and in your crown chakra. So I want to talk about what these three mean for you, and we may address the other chakras, I'm not sure yet. I want to talk about what these three things mean for you and what they do. So, like I said, first of all, I'm noticing that these two are sort of interchanging and moving roles a little bit. Your third eye chakra, if you could kind of think of this as the collective mind, okay? So, like, if you could dip into the thoughts and memories of people here on Earth, right? Like, or anybody who's lived on Earth, right? That's kind of what you can think of your third eye is. So it gives you this perspective of like, wow, if you knew everything that everybody knew in this conglomerated space, what would your perspective be like, right? It would be much more broad. This crown chakra is really like you merging with what would be considered source energy, creation energy, nature, which is the energy of all things. So it's you plus source, and it's you communicating and communing with source, okay? Communicating. This could be angels, guides, ascended master, God itself, herself, hisself, whatever you consider that to be, okay? Your soul star chakra is really when you lose that sense of duality that comes in here, okay? And you are one with source. And this is where you're headed, okay? So it makes sense that these two things are probably going to be, you're going to have practice using them, usually, before this guy starts coming on and being really activated. This also has to do something with your life purpose. It can sort of be considered like the seat of your soul, some people might say, because it's like when you are this pure God source energy, which we all are anyway, right? Like this energy, this lives inside in the nucleus of every cell, every atom of your being. Okay. So I get a sense that some stuff you might be moving towards some kind of greater purpose, whether you believe there's one life purpose or it changes sometimes throughout your life, that's up to you. But there's something going on with like you coming into some life's work, right? Some work that will be important for you, joyful for you, impactful for others. And so this is where a lot of your energy work is sort of focused. This is kind of where your natural energy is working itself out right now, which is okay, but we want to fortify these things. So using quartz crystals, if you can put them near your head, it's good. You can use them while you're meditating. You can put them in your bed near your pillows if you're not afraid to roll over on them. I do that, and I do roll over on them sometimes, but I don't care because I love the feeling of having them in my bed. So that would be really good for you. Granite would also be nice for you. Granite is interesting because it's grounding, but it also has a lot of this quartz. So if you have granite and you can put this near your root chakra, even though, like I said, it has that quartz in it, this could also be really beneficial for you. The other thing that I would do, since you're doing, this doesn't mean better or like more ascended or whatever, but since you're doing work in these kind of higher planes, keeping yourself balanced, keeping the rest of your energy balanced is going to be important. It feels pretty good right now. I'll draw it out just so you'll have a picture, but the more you spend time up in here, right, it pulls energy from down here. Okay, you need this energy below. This is your foundation. It all builds on each other, and it's kind of like a hose. So if you get a kink down here in this area, eventually stuff will stop flowing up here, and you've got a really nice, again, I see some, interchanging between these two. I would actually also do a star anise. That'll help give some grounding to your third eye chakra. But you want to keep everything balanced so that you're pretty balanced right now, but you want to stay there. So I would do 7 chakra balancing. It's so interesting. Like the last 2, maybe even 3 that I did had this kind of thing going on. So 7 chakra balancing with singing bowls, and you can find this on YouTube, and I would do this every day. Every day. You're going to meditate to it. You can find ones that are about 3 minutes per chakra. Usually works as maintenance. So, and it's for 7 chakras, so that's, 20 minutes basically of just leaning in. If you have good headphones, it's better. Headphones is always better because the vibration is literally directly going in your ears, right? You actually want the physical vibration. If you can be in the room with what's making sound, that's always better, but it's just not feasible for a lot of people. So I would do the singing bowls. If you can't, if you don't like the singing bowls, you can do just like pure tones, but make sure to do all 7 chakras. And like I said, I would do that every day. If I were you, I would do it in the morning. And I would do some of this granite. Doesn't mean you have to meditate again at night, although if you're doing this stuff, I'd meditate twice a day, even if it's only, 15, 20 minutes at a time. I would do some grounding at night before you go to bed, because a lot of times this upper stuff really takes us into some places while we're sleeping, and that's okay. Like, it's fine. But having some grounding first, not because it'll be like dangerous and you'll float off into the ether, but because when you are grounded, you will have sort of a better sense of what things mean and a better connection to those things. So to summarize, do some quartz crystals, Put them near your head if you can. You can meditate with them if you want. Oh, you can actually put these in your bath. It's amazing. And you could do a little sea salt or Epsom salt. I don't really like Epsom salt because I get magnesium another way and it's a little overload on the magnesium for me, but you could do some sea salt in your bath, but putting the crystals in your bath would be great. Okay, so Pisces. Summarizing again. Quartz crystals. Put them near your head, meditate with them, put them in your bed if you can. Taking a bath with them is awesome. Treat them well. When you're done with the bath, rinse them in salt water, so they're nice and cleansed and they're not holding on to dirty stuff, both metaphorically and physically. Do some 7 chakra balancing each morning with singing bowls or, with any other sound that has the tones for each 7 chakra. I would use some granite if you can. For grounding at night, do an extra nighttime meditation, even if it's just 7 minutes. You can do some star anise that'll help ground this third eye chakra. So these are lots of things you can do, and that's because this is a general reading. So I would pick the ones that resonate with you, and if they all resonate with you, do them all. Okay, thanks, Pisces.